Hello, everyone. If you're tuning in, welcome to another live stream. It's been forever since I've done a live stream, and yeah, that's really the extent of it, isn't it? Alright, so this is going. I'm just going to make sure this is actually working. It isn't like cutting out on jitter. So. Should theoretically, I should be live. It's not showing on my phone now, is it? I have two phones. I'm recording off my old phone and then off another one. I have two phones. I'm recording. Alright, it seems to be working. So we'll keep that going for now. Alright. So, I don't even know how good the Wi-Fi here is. It's probably not great, so we'll see how long this goes for. Alright, so this is gonna be my this is gonna be my preseason power ranking for the challenge season 40. Now, I've never done a preseason power ranking for any show like this before. And so why am I doing it for Challenge 40? And because it's like a legend season. Also, why am I doing this now? Because Challenge 40 isn't even close to airing. I'm doing this now because I know I'm probably gonna get spoiled online. um so within like just a couple days. So we're gonna do this now. Also, I'm going on a trip in a couple days, so that's like I'll be away. And I was debating even whether to do this. It was literally last second. And then I do also want to do a Let's Talk for sometime this week. That will come at some point. I don't know when that will come, but it will. And yeah, I'm going on a trip, so in a couple of days. So yeah, all right. So this is going to be my cast, my preseason power ranking. Now, to be clear, this is not a boot order. This is not a predicted boot order. Now, for at least a lot of this. Now, I will be honest, this was quite hard to put together. I mean, some of these people, like, there's a good chunk of these people who I genuinely think they have a good shot rather, at winning the show. So, yeah. Also, I will put it in the thumbnail after. Also, I developed a cough overnight, so that's something. And yeah. All right, let's begin. So at number 40, well, yeah, by the way, there's 40 people in this cast. Usually, challenge casts have about 30. There's 40, so yeah. But at number 40 is so easy to me, and it's not even close. For me, at number 40, I have Michelle Fitzgerald from Survivor season 32. She won that season. She was also on Survivor Winners of War, and she was on the challenge, Spies, Lost, and Allies, Ride or Dies, Battle for a New Championship, and USA 2. And now she's coming in here. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I think Michelle's screwed. And the reason why she's here at number 40 is I just don't see her going far at all. I would not be shocked if she's one of the first three boots for the women's side of things. Um, so I have zero faith in her being going far here, especially because she has so many enemies. I mean, Horacio, Nerys, they don't really care for her at this point. I mean, like, Tori doesn't really care for her. Anissa doesn't really care for her. And then on top of that, we have Cara Maria this season. And like Johnny Bananas, he doesn't care for that. Same thing with like Jordan. And like I said, Cara Maria, but I also said that like also Laurel, like she's constantly hurt so many relationships to where like I don't see her going far at all. This was really no date for me. She lands here at number 40. Now for number 39, this next person I have no faith in him in her winning this show. So I have number 39, I have Katie, and I just don't think like she's gonna win the final. And to be very honest, I should mention that if like what are the likelihoods that they go far in the season? And like I'm ranking them like if they were to make a final, like they do well, but it's kind of going on based on relationships and stuff. So, but like for Michelle, like if she were to make a final and she got a good partner, maybe she could win there. But I just don't see her making the final in season 40 at least. So she's there at 40. Number 39, I have Katie C from the challenge, and she's from Arrow 1, I believe. Yeah, this season's been it's been split up into 4 eras. So, yeah, Katie has not won, from what I understand, or she might have won already. I'm not sure. Actually, I kind of want to look at this up. Has Katie won? Katie, the challenge. Has she won? I don't think. Like she hasn't done that well. I mean, her like last 2 All Stars appearances were pretty like terrible. Like, she won the Inferno, so she's a winner. Um, so yeah, she won the Inferno. So I just don't think she's gonna do well. Like her All Stars appearances were pretty terrible, where like I just don't really see it for her. I don't have too much faith in her. Like, and I wouldn't be like, I don't know what a relationship is with a bunch of people here. Like, I just feel like she could just be one of those people who gets this like taken out somewhere in the middle. Well, because like they don't have the many as big relationships as other people do. So she does land here at number 39. Number 38, and a similar pick for my eyes. I have Tina, and I just don't think she's gonna win. She hasn't like done particularly well in more recent years, and she has never won. So like I just and like I don't really have faith in her winning the final. And she's just one of those people who I just think kind of in the same line of Katie as Katie. I think she could possibly just be thrown out at some point in the middle of the show. So, oh, I don't really see that her like too much longevity for her. Next, for number 37, I have a guy who's kind of like really boring pick here, and this is the first male on the board, the lowest placing male in my eyes, and I have Ryan K, and I just have zero faith in him actually winning, and he's not particularly that riveting TV. He's kind of boring. Like he hasn't really done that well, and I just like I know like Air 2 men were kind of hard to cast from what I can understand here, and so like I guess that's why he's here. But I would rather like Big Easy, who's an alternate, be here than him. But Ryan hasn't done particularly well in challenges, and I just think he's one of the more likely men to be picked off in the middle, or somewhere along the season. Uh, he'll probably lose the first elimination unless it's against the next person we're talking about. But I just don't see a really big path anywhere for him. So he does land here at number 37. And number 36, we have Derek C, or Derek Chavez, I guess. And kind of in a similar boat, he didn't really do that well in All Stars, and I just don't really see him winning at all. Like I just he kind of like Ryan. I just like I would not be surprised if he's just taken out somewhere in the middle of the game again. Like I don't really have there's so many other good men on the board here that I just have zero faith in him actually like winning a final compared to people like CT and Jordan and and other people here, even like Horacio and that's like why like Derek and Ryan are both down here. I just don't have faith in them actually winning. So they do. So at the end of the day, Derek C does land here at 36. 35. I do. This was okay. The next few are kind of a struggles for me. Like, okay, there's a grouping of women here. I just don't really know what to do with. Like, some of them, like, I just, I'm really kind of unsure, and I'm kind of unsure for a good chunk of this cast. So, oh yeah, but number 35, I do have Amanda. And I love Amanda. I really do. She's a great character. I liked her in USA too, but I just think she has too many uh enemies in this season. Oh yeah, like I guess it kind of goes into the Michelle thing. I just don't. She don't like Michelle either. Like Amanda has so many enemies. It does have enemies here. So I don't really know how far. I don't like think she's gonna do that well. She didn't do really that well in USA two, so or Spies, Lies, and Allies for that matter. Or like I just don't really think that actually Spies, Lies, and Allies made it farther. But I don't really think I don't think she's gonna make the final. I think there's too many other good women on the board here. So she does land here at 35. Now, to be fair, I could put the next couple of women here below Amanda, because they're kind of, I don't really know what to do with these people. Next up, number 34, we have Kellyanne, and Kellyanne is interesting. Like, she's a fine character. But I haven't really cared for her at all, in my opinion. And I just don't know. Like, there's so many other good women on the board. Once again, like, I don't really think she's probably going to win the final when she gets there, unless she has a very good male partner, or if this is like a partnered season. But like, if this is solos, I think she has zero shot. Like, and same thing that goes with with all the women we've talked about so far. I like they have literally zero shot unless like somehow all the good vets of good female women on the board here, or like the really good ones, are taken out like early. Like I just don't think Kellyanne is going to do that well here. And next up on the board, I do have Naya 33 here. And I just like I never really found Naya that interesting. I did like her in All Stars, but I didn't really like she hasn't done particularly well. And like she's not the greatest in dailies. I don't even think she won a daily in All Stars 3 from what I can remember. And she didn't do that particularly well in World Championship either. Now she does have Jordan here, but Jordan came in later. So like it is kind of interesting but I don't think she's like if depending on the format, I don't think there's too many other good women on the board here to where I just don't really know what to do with them. So like I just don't think she's gonna do well. I think she could be just taken out somewhere in the middle here. So she does land here at number 33. Number 32, this is an interesting pick here because like I don't really she just kind of landed here and I don't really know what to do with it. All right, I have a V. And I just feel like the reason why she's here at number 32 is because she's been so removed from the challenge in recent years. She's only been on the show once. She won her season, which is really impressive. But I just don't really think. I think she could be just taken out at some point. Like she hasn't. Like I don't think she has as many great relationships, and that kind of goes for another woman we'll talk about later. But that other woman, I think, is a bit more competitive. Is a bit more. Oh, I don't even know what to say. But like, Aviva's kind of like a question mark. I don't really know what to do with her. She could do well in the final. She could not. Like if she gets a good partner, but I just feel like she probably will get taken out somewhere in the middle of the show. Next up, at number 31, I do have a woman here. I just think, based off her run in 39, and based off some things that have happened post show, I don't know how well she's going to do. And she could do what she could do terribly. And I do have Olivia. And I feel like Olivia, kind of in the same boat as Michelle, has a bunch of enemies, like Kyland, and Kyland and definitely Nerys. Obviously, Nerys is the biggest one on the board here, and like I feel like another bunch. But I don't know where she's gonna land. And the thing is, like if she was partnered with Horacio, who and they didn't have bad blood, I would think she would go pretty far. But based after she turned on them in 39, like I just think it's gonna be all over the place. Like I feel like Olivia's just gonna kind of be collateral damage and probably taken out. somewhere in the middle of the game, especially if Horacio is not playing with. Now, I will say now, Horacio and Olivia's relationship isn't a hate relationship like Olivia's relationship with Nerys is. I feel like she does have allies here. There are like a bunch of like people from Tasmania are on here. I feel like that could be something here. Like if she were to make a final, depends on who she's with. If it's a partner, or that I think she could win. But like if it's a solo, I think she has zero shot, unfortunately. And so I do have Olivia here. I just don't think she's gonna make it that far. So, or like do particularly well this season, unfortunately. Even though I would like to see her get a win eventually here. Now for number 30. Okay. I really wanted to put this person lower, but he kind of just landed here. And I have Brad. And now he has won before and he was just on 39, but he hasn't really done. I feel like he didn't do that well as a mercenary in 39. And I think that I just don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to do that well. I think he could just be taken out at some point. And based off the male, all this massive male field here, like, I just don't know. I feel like I don't see it. I really don't. So I'm sorry. I've never really cared for Brad either. But like Brad, I just don't think he's gonna win the final. Like there's too many other good people here on the board to where I just think he'll probably just be one of those men. And I think a lot of the All-Star men, like the really old All-Stars, Derek and Mark, I love talk about them, but I just don't know where they're gonna land. And I think like Brad's just gonna be he kind of there. Or like I just don't know. I don't think he's gonna win. I think he's just gonna go out sometime in the middle. So yeah. All right, next at 39, at 29 rather, we have Avery, and she's another one. I don't really know who she is. Like she could do well, she could not. Like she kind of just lands here, and that's kind of why I have her here. And I really don't know why I have like okay, spoilers. 28's Anissa, but I feel like Avery is she like removed? I know she's on All Stars 4, but I don't really know. Ooh, and to be honest, I could just like move her up to 28. Like she looks fit enough to where like maybe she could do well. I don't know. But I feel like the relationships type of things, I don't think she's as connected to a bunch of people as other people are. So I should just kind of end up landing her. And then at 28, obviously I do have Anissa. I have zero faith in her actually winning. I really do. Like I don't think she's gonna win, especially if she's on her own. But if she has like a good partner, maybe and somehow gets it to the final, I think she could do. She could flunk out a win, maybe. That would be interesting. But it would have to be like a really good partner like CT or Jordan. But obviously CT and Jordan and Nisa were partners already. But yeah, I just I don't this is boring. I don't know. Like I now to be honest, like okay. So from about the point of Olivia down onwards, I feel like everyone has a like at least like a small chance at winning. But like right now, I just don't see it for Anissa at all. Yeah, she just kind of lands here. But I do see her going far because like she does have alliances with like CT, Bananas, maybe like there's a bunch of people here. Tori, Devin. I feel like there's a bunch of people here that they could just take her down the road. So yeah. Next up, 27 on. I have Josh Martinez. Now to be clear, like he could, I think he could do pretty well, but I kind of wish Fessel was on over him. And Fessel was the alternate for this season. And I don't know why Josh is here. I don't know why Josh is here. He hasn't made it to a final. I don't think I don't really know how. I don't think he'll do particularly well, and I hope he doesn't win because I want other people to get win before him. Like now, like, I know he's in the fittest he's ever been. He almost made the final USA 2, but he has never made a final. Like I just don't really get it. No, a lot of people like him. I don't really like him, and like I don't really care for him even on Big Brother. So like I don't know. I just don't. I don't really care for him, and I also like. There's so many other good men on the board here that I just don't really know where to put him here. So I do have him at 27. I just don't think he's gonna win. I don't think so. And then now for number 26, we have Jody, and Jody really is a interesting pick here, where she did fine in World Championship, but like really, I think she's just gonna kind of be one of those females who goes somewhere in the middle. But I feel like maybe if she gets to the end and gets there's a shot, she has a small shot at winning. Like really, I feel like that's a case here. But like a small chance. But I don't really see her getting there. I feel like just like a bunch of some of these other people that we've already talked about, I feel like she's just going to get taken out somewhere in the middle of the game. So she does land here at 26. Now for 25. Unfortunately, I like this person a lot, but I have Nehemiah. I like Nehemiah, I really do, and I think he's probably the second most fit guy on for the Eric 2 people besides Bananas. But I feel like Nehemiah. I feel like I don't. There's too many other good men here, and I think this is kind of just where he lands. I don't think he's gonna win, and I think he could just be taken out at some point down the road, or on the path there. Now, if he makes it to a final, well, it depends who's he with. If he's with like some of the more random men on the cast, maybe I don't know, but I just don't really see it for him in winning, especially if it's like solo. Lose if they're running the final alone. But I do see it like there's a world where he can make it far because obviously he has relationships with like the All Stars people and like I think is he in Challenge? I mean, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I feel like it's gonna be interesting to see where Nehemiah lands this season. So yeah. All right, next up for 24, we have Jonna, and I really wanted to put her higher. I really do. However, I don't think she's gonna do well on the main show. Now, if this was all like, I feel like All Stars and Challenge main show are completely different shows. I think All Stars is more puzzle based and more like mentally challenging instead of more physical. Um, and I feel like that's where Jonna excels. In this case, I feel like Challenge 40 is way too physical. There's so many good women here. I just feel like she's gonna get taken out if she gets thrown out into elimination. I wouldn't be surprised if she just loses to whoever she goes up against, and in the eliminate the first time she goes in, if she does. But like, I would want her to make the final. I really would. I would love for her to win a flagship show. She is the best All Stars woman on the board. The best All Stars woman. She's won twice. She's actually okay. She placed. She's the top placing female for all the All Stars, with the exception of 4. She's not in 4, but yeah, like she's done extremely well. She's won dailies. She's done she's done remarkably well. Obviously, USA 2 is a pretty big exception to that, but I just don't think like there's so many other good women on the board here. I don't really see it. I'm sorry. Like I love Jonna. I really do. I hope she does well. I think she's just gonna have to land here. 24. Next up for number 23, I have a person here who I just don't think he could make a final, but I don't think he's gonna win the final, and that is Mark Long. And I feel like he has some big alliances here with Challenge Mania people like Jonna, and that's something I should mention with Jonna is I think she is connected. She is in Challenge Mania. Like I feel like these people will like these All Stars people, these earlier eras will probably get together. And I feel like Mark Long is a pretty good character. She's like the godfather of the challenge. Like he could do really, really well here. So I do think could he be in it for the long haul? I don't know, but I don't think he hasn't done particularly well in finals in the recent years, and I just don't know what he's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna win. I really don't. I'm sorry. He I just think there's too many other good men on the cast here once again. And next up, that kind of goes for the same person, for a similar guy, and I have Derek Kay from Era One, and I feel like Derek Kay is, I like him, I really do, and I wish he would do really, really well. I hope and wish him luck, but I don't. I think there's too many other good men on the board, or really, and I just don't think he's gonna win. He could just be thrown down into elimination and be taken out somewhere in the middle. It depends on who he's against. Now, I do think there's people on this cast that he would be in an elimination, especially if it's solo. But like, I don't know. I don't really see him winning this season in my eyes. But like, so he does land here at the bottom. And now to be, I think okay, we did the TMR. We've done drafts before. I drafted Derek last for my team. Okay, I'll go through my team later. Actually, maybe if we have time, if I remember. But yeah, where are we with this? Okay, preseason power. Yeah. Okay. Next up, at 21, I have Brandon, and yeah. Now he is on All Stars 4, but I don't really know where he is landing on that. It obviously hasn't aired yet. And I can't remember the spoilers for All Stars 4. But I think this, once again, he kind of just falls into the line. There's too many other good men on the board here. Now, like, could he do well? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really. I don't really know. Like, he could do fine. He could make it pretty far, maybe. I don't know. He could be an early move. I don't know. I just think there's other really good men on the board, and I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he's just probably gonna get taken out somewhere in the middle of the show. Before the final, and if he makes it to the final, depends who he's against. I think that maybe he has a shot at winning, maybe he doesn't, but I just don't. I don't really think he will win, but yeah. All right, number 20. We have Darrell, and I love Darrell. I really do, and I think like the reason why he's so low on this list, I just think like, okay, I do think he does have a shot at winning, a real shot, and I feel like every person from this point forward does have a really big shot at winning the season here. Now, I do think Darrell is. I feel like he's not the most political guy in the world. He hasn't done particularly the greatest in the more recent seasons. He didn't win his mercenary duel in 39. He didn't really do that particularly well in 38 either. And like, he didn't do well in All Stars 3 as well. Like, and he's lost both finals in All Stars. Like, I don't know where he's gonna land with this. He didn't do well in Double Agents either. Like, he's kind of just been going. Oh, I just don't think. I think there's too many other good men on this board. Now, I do think he has alliance members, and I feel like he will have people to stick around with. Like, I think Cara Maria, and I honestly, like, the people who did the press coverage for 39. I think they might be neutral. Like, I think Cara Maria and Horacio will be friends or stuff. We'll see. I don't even know. And like Cara Maria and Darrell, because I feel like I think they won together, right? They won a chance first this season. So yeah. All right. Next at number 19. I feel like this next person I could have put lower, and I don't really know what to do with her. But like, I think a lot of people are kind of excited for her, and people were really excited to see her on All Stars 4, which hasn't aired yet. But and I think I'm kind of excited for it, and that's Rachel Robinson, who hasn't been on the main show in forever. But I feel like there's hype here, and I feel like if she were to make a final, I think she has a shot at winning, a really big shot at winning here. I think, however, I do think there's so many good women on the board, like this. She just comes in landing here, but she hasn't been on the challenge in years, like the main show that is. And I don't really know the format for All Stars 4, but like, really, I just don't know. I feel like there's a shot that she could just go down into elimination and get eliminated somewhere in the middle. Just like like even if like she gets like Tori or something like that. I don't really see it. I don't think she's gonna win, unfortunately. But if she makes it to a final and does win, that would be pretty cool. Well, so we kind of interesting. Next up, at 18, we have another person who's on All Stars 4, and that is Tony. Um, Now he did win a chance versus season with CT, but I don't really think this guy is gonna win. As much as I like to say that. Um, I feel like there's too many other good men on the board. Once again, I feel like now, like I don't know, but like he's a pretty good guy, like a good physically, so like he could do really well. And actually, I think there is actually a real shot. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he does have a real shot. Depends who's again. Like okay, like everyone on this from this point forward really could win, could really very much win this season. And I think like some people put, I think I've heard people put Tony as their winner picks, and to be honest, like that, I don't mind that pick really, but I personally, I don't know. I feel like I think Tony could just be picked off somewhere in the middle once again here. And now for 17, we have another guy on the board. And I feel like, okay, I would love for this guy to win. And it's going to be really interesting this season based off his USA 2 performance, and that is Paulie. Now, he didn't do well in USA 2, but he did build a relationship with Bananas, who we'll talk about in a moment. But Paulie does have some big relationships here with like Cara Maria, obviously. It's a relationship if they're dating, right? They're a couple. And I feel like they might have amended their relationship with Tori, maybe? I'm not really sure. That could be false. And like moral, like I don't know where he lands here. He could just be taking out someone in the middle of the show. He could be. He really could be. I don't. Paul is kind of one of those guys I just don't really know what to do with on this cast, and I feel like he kind of just lands here. Now I do think like he could do really well. Like if he makes it to a final, I think he definitely has a shot at winning. And I think there are allies here that would take him further in the game. Now will he return to his like nature that he was in War of the Worlds? Maybe. Or will he be the heroic guy from USA 2? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see though. So he does land here at 17. Mm, um, Number 16. Okay. I feel like this next person. I feel like I debated putting them lower on the list, and really the next two people here, I've debated putting them lower. Okay, actually three. There's so many people here. Like the list kept changing and changing before I made did this stream. But at 16, I have Leroy. Okay. Could he do well? Yes, he could do well. He's on All Stars 4. I don't really know how well he did, but we'll see with that. But I personally don't think he's gonna win this season. I feel like there's too many other good men on the board here to where like I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like he didn't win the double agents final, but I don't know if that's something to dock him for. But like if he makes it to a final, like I think he does have a shot, like with partners or someone. I think he does have a shot, but I think there's a big chance that just gets taken out somewhere in the middle of the show. So does land here at 16. Now for number 15, and once again, like from this point forward, I feel like there's a good chance that everyone here could win this season. And next up we have Theo. Now, Theo's the more questionable guy here. And I feel like he did make the final of World Championship, but he got medevaced there. Now he's done pretty well all of his seasons. Now he didn't really do that well in dailies in World Championship from what I could see. But he did decently well in both of War of the Worlds. So like I think there's a shot. I think Theo definitely has a shot maybe, but like he could be thrown out in the middle. I don't know. But like if he were to make a final, I think he's a threat to win the season here. So yeah. Uh, and to be honest, this next person on the board, I don't know why they're so low. And I've just noticed something. Did I miss a person? Oh my god. I'm gonna miss a person, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm gonna look through the cast here, because I noticed my thing goes from 14 or whatever down to like 12. Okay, we talked about her. We talked about her, him, here. Like, I'm just looking. Is there someone here that I just don't really know? What? Hmm. Uh, this is what we're dealing. I'm really looking through this to see where we are with this. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, where are we with this then? Did I maybe I did I there's like two like 20 something. I'm looking now. Who's the other person? Because it goes down from 15 to 13. Who's 14? Okay. Who would I missed? I don't know. Did I put Laurel in this? I did. Carl, yeah. Okay, I don't know where I'm at with this, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Should I just continue with this? I think I should. Okay, I'm just gonna go to like. Okay, like next up is like bananas. So. But I kind of want to see where we're at with this. We haven't talked about. Okay, so I've talked about Nisa, Brad. Okay, I'm literally on Venmo here. CT, I know he's on the list. Darrell, I've already talked about him. Derek K, Jody, Katie, Mark, Rob, Rachel, Tina, Vive, Brandon, Carmaria, I know she's on the list. Derek Chavez, Emily, did I put her in? I think I might have. Johnny Bananas, Kellyanne, Laurel, Nehemiah, Brian, Amanda, Avery, that's her name, right? Corey Wharton. Actually, is Corey in here? Did I put him in the list? I feel like I would have. I didn't. Oh, yeah, okay. That changes. It doesn't, though. Okay. Okay, so at number 14, I do have bananas. I'm just gonna land him. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, I'm just changing numbers here. Yeah, I have okay. Forgot about Corey. Okay. Bananas is at 14 here. Because I don't. Okay, Bananas hasn't done that well, and I really wanted to put him lower on the list. I could have, but I don't know. I think he's still pretty good physically there. Like I think he could like if he makes it to a final, I think he's still a threat to win personally. But I don't. I do think like there are the other men on the board. I think they have a bigger shot here. Number 13, we have Kylan. And Kylan's one of those guys. Like, he could do either very well. I think he obviously has an alliance with Horacio and Nerys, obviously, and a bunch of other people here on the cast as well. Like, I think Darrell, even like CT, maybe. We'll see what happens with this. I think he could do pretty. I think he could do well. He may not do well, and that's kind of where I'm at with Kyle and Horacio. And obviously we'll talk about Horacio later. But I feel like they could just be in that mold of they could do really well or they could be thrown out in the middle of the game. And that's kind of like issue with him. Same thing with like Nerys here, who is at number 12. And like Nerys here, she's obviously coming in as the top placing woman on the previous season. And I feel like from that point, like she's a big threat. But I do think she has a really big shot at winning. Same thing with Kylan. I feel like if they were to make the final, I think there's a big shot here. Now I don't think Kylan's as good as people think he is, in my eyes. He could do really well. I think he could do well, but I don't. I think he really. Maybe I should have put him lower. I think I could have possibly put Kylan a bit lower on the list, possibly like below like Polly or something, or like below or maybe just above Leroy at like 16 or something. I don't know. But really, I don't really see a world where like I don't know. I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think so. I think there's too many other good men on the board. And same thing with like Nerys here. Now, like I think like Nerys has a really big shot at winning in terms of the female side of things. Like I feel like from the women side of things from Nerys on, I think all the women here have a really big shot at winning the season, and I think that's that. I think there's a very good chance that they win, and I think if Nerys wins, that's pretty good. I don't know if he gets a good partner. I think she could win, and even if she's on her own, like I think she could do pretty well and still probably maybe win there. And now for 11, I have Devin. And really, I think I could have put Devin a little lower. I love Devin. I really do. I think Devin's a great character in my eyes. But I don't think he's okay. He's not the most physical guy in the world, but I think he's mentally there, and I feel like he's just gonna drag to the end, or shouldn't really say drag, but like I feel like he has so many alliances this season. I think he's just gonna end up going there, like he has alliances with like Tori, obviously, like probably like Jordan, maybe I don't know Nisa, um. Yeah, like a bunch of people here, maybe like a Laurel or someone. I don't know. There we go. He could do well. He could win the final, but I just think like the other men on the board here are kind of a bit more. Now that I think about it, I feel like Devin should be like below like Nerys, and maybe even below like Kylan or something. I don't know. Okay, now we're for 10. I have Corey. I literally just put him in the list. I think Corey could be higher here. I feel like Corey has a really big shot. He almost won USA 2, even though he started in last in that final. Like, I think he could do really well. And I think he has a really big shot here. And that's why he's so high. Like, even though I left him off the list for some reason, I forgot to put him on there. I think he has a really big shot at winning. So there he is. Number 9. I do have a champ here. We have Emily, who is a really big champ and debatably the best female challenger on the board, and possibly the best female player in the history of the show. Because I feel like didn't she make it like through almost every finals that she's played in every season, or she's been really close. She's won 2 times. If you include her champs versus runs, like she's done extremely well, and I think now I feel like the reason she's kind of lower than some of these other females on the board, I feel like she's a bit more removed from the challenge landscape compared to other people here. And now for number 8, um, obviously I think Emily has a bigger shot at winning, and I think she's really big in contention for me. Now for 8, I have Cara Maria. I love Cara Maria. Don't get me wrong. I think like if she makes it to the final and like if she wins, I would be happy. I really would be. I want to see her in a season again. Yeah, I really do like Cara Maria. I think I don't. She does have enemies here, and that's kind of what's keeping her below. And she's not the greatest at puzzles. Obviously, we saw with that her mercenary thing in 38. She didn't do the or 39 rather. She didn't do the particularly the way there, but like and obviously she's gonna be on All Stars 4. It's gonna be really interesting to see where Cara Maria lands on this season. I feel like I do like Cara Maria. I think she could do really well, and I think she has a really high shot at winning here. It depends on her partner. I feel like she has alliances here, like even like people like Horacio and Nerys and other people. I think there's even rumors like her relationship with Laurel was like better than it was at some points here. Now for number 7. Okay, this next person I really wanted to put her lower. I really did, but I feel like she's just like this is a big test for her. I feel like she's probably she's probably in it for the long haul, even though she does have a bunch of enemies here, and that is Tori Deal. And I feel like she does have enemies. She has a lot of allies. Like it could go either way. It could go either way. Tori could literally be one of the first few boots on the board. It depends on who wins and gets into power. Like I think like there's a huge shot that like she's just like booted earlier, like Michelle. But I think that it's also like a shot that she go far and she goes further. Like she has relationships like with Jordan and Devin and Casey and like all these people like Corey and Bananas and like a lot of people on the board here that like she has big relationships with. And like I feel like she's just gonna be in it for the long haul here. I think like if she wins this final, is she the best female competitor on the board? Or maybe it's kind of debatable. It's going to be a really interesting test for her. Now, to be honest, I didn't actually mind her in USA 2, but I think she is like Tori is really boring, and I wanted to put her below her because she is boring. I don't want her to win, but like based off of physicality, I think she is probably better here, and I think she's in it for the long haul. I think if she gets a really good partner, or like even if she's on her own, I think that she has a huge shot at just being winning for the female side of things, assuming that the winner, there's two winners and one's a female, one's a male. I hope it's that. I really do. Okay, next up on the board, number 6, we have Casey. Okay, I forgot about this person before making this ranking. I really did. And Casey's really, really boring. I don't want her to win. But she's probably, once again, she's probably in it for the long haul. And if she gets a good partner, I think she could win. Like if she gets CT or something, I think she could win. I really do. Now, the thing is with Casey, I feel like she has a lot of allies here. She's really good physically. Like, I feel like she's really good. She's just gonna probably make it to the finals. Will she win? I don't know. She's really high there. Number 5, I have Laurel. I feel like Laurel might have been a bit high on my eyes here. I feel like I could have probably put her a bit lower or on the board here. Cause even though I really love Laurel, I really do. I loved her in 38. I don't mind her at all. But like I just don't mm, I don't know. I feel like she could be thrown into elimination just to get taken out there. And I mean, I feel like maybe I should have thought this ranking over. But I don't really want to change it now. But I feel like she's probably doing well. She's probably going to do well this season. Maybe she does have some allies here. I think she has an automatic like alliance with like Horacio and like even something like Nerys. But she does have like some enemies here as well. Like I could go either way. It could go either way. Now for number 4. Yeah, we're at okay. Um, we're at the top pacing. This is my female winner pick. We have Jenny. I think like I think Jenny's like one of the most physical people ever on the challenge. She won Total Madness, and I think it was between her and some of these other women. I feel like Laura might have been too high on the list, and I think I should have gone with like Casey or Tori over her as the second woman here. But but I think Jenny is so good physically. I think she has a really high shot at just doing well. But I feel like there's also the chance like she's not as like I feel like she's not as connected to a bunch of these people as some of the other people here, but we'll see. Now for number 3. The top 3 on the board, if you can't tell, they're all men. And this was a really tough. I literally had all 3 of these people in number, like, interchanged. And I feel like I almost had this next person at one. I really did. And then I thought about it a little bit more. And I put this other guy at, and okay, number 3, I have CT. I love CT. I do. And I think like if he wins this season, he's probably the best on the board. And I feel like he could go under the radar. And I think he's in it for the long haul. But I think he has such a big threat level that there's a chance that he's just thrown in and loses. I think there's that chance too. And I think that goes for all the 3 men here. And yeah, and I think that's kind of what's making it hard for this entire list. I feel like everyone has a shot just going in and losing. And I think that's definitely something on the board here. But CT really, I think he could win. He could very much win this season. I think if he makes it to the final, I think he's probably really he's probably guaranteed to win. I don't know. Oh, and maybe I should have put him at number 1, and I did have him there, but I did think of there was another person. Now for number 2, I do have Horacio. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm just like I love Horacio, and I do have him here too, but I think he should have really. At the end of the day, he should have been at 3. But I think I think Horacio is kind of in this mixed boat too, like kind of the same thing with Kyle. And I think like he could be thrown in like really early and just get taken out, or like. But if he makes it to the final, I think he's destined to like come pretty close to winning. Like he's really good at this, and I genuinely do believe that that Horacio and Olivia would have won the final in Ride or Dies, or at least got into the top 2 with Tori and Devin, and if like Olivia was at Medevac. I think I love Horacio. I hope he's in it for the long haul. Well, I think just based off he's so physical. I feel like he does have a lot of allies here. Let's see. He has Jordan. Obviously, I think Jordan's not one of the guys. But he is CT. He has Laurel. I feel like he has a relationship with Cara Maria. Norris, obviously. Kylan. Bananas, maybe. Maybe like Polly. Maybe. Mark Long, Derek, because Derek K, because of the John Mania, same thing with like John A, maybe like Anissa, maybe. I'm not really sure about that one. Olivia, I think. Obviously, like Olivia, like I think they're a bit hostile. But like I feel like Horacio said she's fine with with her, and then like I think that's kind of it, though. Okay, but I think like Horacio does have allies here, and I think that could help him get pretty far here. Or it's going to be interesting to see where he lands. And here, I don't know, to be honest. I don't find him the most riveting TV in the world. Well, I feel like he should step up his strategic game, and I think that a lot of people are telling him that. But we'll see where he lands here. I'm happy he's the year. Maybe he wins. I would like to see him win. So yeah. Okay. So hold on. I just want to make sure chat's working. I haven't no one's typed in the chat before, so on this one. So yeah. All right. Either way, I think Horacio is in it for the long haul, and he's near it too. Now for number one, I have Jordan. Now, to be honest, if Jordan wasn't on this cast, I think CT probably would have been number one. I think Jordan, in my eyes, like it was all depending. Like he almost was not on the cast, and he wasn't. He actually took him off the cast, but he apparently did some race, but then he came back. I think he went to Vietnam later than everyone else, so that's something there. But I think Jordan does have enemies here, but I think he's really good. I think he is the most well-rounded male on the board here. He did win world championship. He's done pretty well in really a lot of his seasons. He did win the elimination against Kieran last season. He did pretty well in Ride or Dies. And he's done pretty well in other seasons. He did win World of Worlds. Obviously, it's a couple years down around Oud, but he's a really experienced guy. And I think he could very much win this season if he makes it to the final. But we'll have to see. But there we go. So that's my preseason power ranking for Challenge 40. Now I do want to do a Let's Talk this week. Now I will be honest, my voice is going. I'm going on a trip on like Wednesday, so hopefully my voice clears by then. But there we go. That's where we're going to leave it today. So yeah, thank you for watching this stream. For other things, I do want to. Okay, can we just talk about like Survivor 45 or Survivor 46 and Amazing Race for a sec? Okay, because like I think like Amazing Race 36 has been really. Okay, Amazing Race 36 that's like kind of fine. Like the first, it's like 90 minutes of television, or 60 minutes of television in 90 minutes. Like, obviously they were not prepared, and I'll talk about that and Let's Talk. If I do the Let's Talk, that is. And I guess I'm gonna count this as a video for this week if I don't get to it. So, because now it's like past 12 o'clock my time. And then, like, okay, 46, Survivor 46. I think it's really boring. Really, 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 really boring. I don't know. But there we go. That's where we're going to leave it today. Thank you for watching. This is almost an hour. I would like to go a little longer, but my voice is going to go, and I think I'm going to die. I think my voice is literally going to die. I keep talking longer. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. I don't know where I'm going to go with this channel. We'll see. Maybe there's a Let's Talk this week. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll record that tomorrow. I'm not sure. But yeah. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, I do want to. Okay, maybe I will talk about Challenge 40 a little longer here. I do like a lot of the people on the cast. I do like overall. I think this is the best challenge cast in a while, and they're probably gonna fuck it up. Let's be honest, because yeah, that's challenge for you. I like this Legends type theme. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for until like 1 hour in. Yeah. That's. But yeah, and I think it's gonna be really interesting to see. Now they are filming Vietnam. That kind of caught me off guard a little bit. To be honest, it really did. I just got like all right. Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it. I've been doing this outro for like an hour, and that's usually how it goes. Yeah. But yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it. So, I think I'm just gonna leave it until I'll keep talking until like 12 or until like 1 hour in, because that's what we're doing. How are you guys doing? I should talk Australian Survivor. I want to do like more reviews. So like Challenge 39 review. I need to do that. AGT eFantasy League. Need to do that. Australian Survivor, Titans vs. Rebels. I almost did that over this, and because I really like that season. Now we're over an hour, but I will do a review for Challenge 40. Obviously, when that ends, 46. I'll do the review for that, and that ends. Amazing Race 36. I'll do a review for that. Maybe Deal or No Deal Island. I've been looking really. I don't actually mind Deal or No Deal Island, but there we go. That's where we're ending it today. Thanks for watching. I'm rambling on way too long. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.